Hello BB Gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and we're going to start Punk Lord Mentality, where we have to go to the base zone to answer the call. But before that, I got a bunch of messages, and they keep building up, but we got one from Pela. The Tale of the Winterlands original art book sold in 1 second, but I was fast enough to get you a copy too. Thank you. Do we choose which one? I guess we're sending this one. Thank you, Pela. I feel like we don't know Pela as well as yeah. that's. I was thinking like you like this book a lot, because I was thinking like I don't know if we know Pela that well yet. You like this book a lot, you know. The Tales of Winterlands is the best book ever. I can give you a set if you're interested. A set? There's like a set of books. Yeah, I bought 10 sets so I could recommend to people who are interested. Honestly, that's passion, man. That's passion. Thank you. Okay, cool. Some of them aren't going to be missions, but a lot of them have been missions. But let's see. Hey, fam. Help me forward this link. Are you earning money selling ancient relics? With a bear market for the first half of the year, this kind of relic has been most profitable. Pay me first. Miss, that's too direct. Won't help poor won't you help poor Shabo? Which relic is the most profitable? The article already wrote about it. It's ancient mobile phones. Those can put in touch with ancient people after all. Haha. Oh god. And the older the phone is, the more ancient the piece of people is. Is this true, or is he joking? You've earned back your investment the moment you bought one. It'll never go down in value. If you don't believe me, then I can give you one. Sampo just giving us something? I'll put you on the waiting list, but you have to wait around 7 days. There's a waiting list for ancient relics. Yeah, only after the customer has put an order can people go make. Can people go make? Okay, make. Sorry, typo. I was thinking. I meant dig. Sampo being a multi-texter is something I kind of like didn't expect, I guess. No, he's a funny lad. He's a funny lad. Stell, Marston Hang, how was your rest? Pom-Pom has completed routine pre-departure inspection, so the nameless oh, this is like for okay. Okay, this is for the next quest. How have you been, Stell? Have you left Bailabog yet? I'm about to leave, I guess. But we're still kind of doing some stuff down here as well. I'm going to be talking to Saval at some point too. Oh, is that so? I won't trouble you then. No harm in asking, Chief. Yeah, you're being very, kind, you know, checking in on us. I'll be frank, there's something I'd like your help with. No one ever wants my help through these texts. So I've only been back at the over for a while. My seat is not even warmed up yet, and those Silverman guards are rushing to get me to be their advisor. You've just finished a thing about the Celeron. These impatient fools are already trying to launch a counteroffensive at the Fragmentum. But if we're talking about the Fragmentum, I think only you lot can claim expertise. Another fight? Kind of. If you're planning to join the offense, go and look for liaison officer named William at the Silverman Guard restricted zone. So it's another mission as well. A Fragmentum they wanted to clear is called the Corridor of Fading Echoes. Quite a chilling name, isn't it? But I'm guessing it'll be easy as pie for you. So this happens quite a bit. We get like a lot of messages through these texts and stuff like this. Yeah. And we can check the other ones in when we're going forward too as well. It's like it's going to happen, right? You're gonna get like, and honestly, like I'm not opposed to it either, having like a very intuitive way to get your quests in order too. Is that Arlen? Hello.
Correct. All the cabins they might pass by have been checked. Remember to report to lead researcher Asta.
That's one thing that I get.
Problems outside the base zone later. Ah, it's you.
How are you doing? That's one thing I was like, I like we said hello, but like it's like the choice thing comes up like in a weird way that like sometimes I think you just have to skip forward the dialogue, then the text comes up and I already choose a dialogue, which I didn't even know I was choosing a dialogue, if that makes sense. How are you, Arlen? Oh yeah, he did ask us to come. This is a while back though. You look busy.
Sorry, this is embarrassing. We suddenly had some stuff come up. I wanted to take care of it before you arrived.
That's okay.
But I can't seem to even get a
So okay.
Never mind about that. Here, this is for you. I made it this morning, and I've been keeping it warm.
Oh, yeah? What is it? You made some fried rice, a gift?
That's right. I hope you don't
You're a
hate it.
sweetheart. There's no chance I could ever hate it. Ever.
I spent a long time wondering what to give you. In the end, I realized I should stick to what I'm good
He's
at.
such a sweetheart.
Miss Asta loves my fried rice, so I hope you like it too.
You are a sweetheart. You are such a sweetheart. You're adorable. Oh my god. Thank you so
Sorry
much.
it's so noisy here. I wanted to find somewhere quieter where I could get your feedback, but
Don't worry about it. See, I'm starting to learn the ellipses that come up at the bottom that are loading. That means there are choices coming up. That's all right. Yeah, don't worry about it at all. Don't worry about it.
I'm pretty confident in this dish. Unfortunately, I was a bit rushed at the end.
Oh my god, he is so sweet.
Some big shot suddenly decided to visit the space station today. Everyone has been in a hurry since the announcement. They're all worried that a bad impression could damage Madame Herta's reputation.
So that's why there's such a big crowd here, because Stella was talking about it just like a few minutes ago. Oh, there's so many people here, you know?
Miss Asta said that the guest appears to be Madame Herta's research partner.
Oh,
If he's doing research with her, he must be famous throughout the
yeah. I mean, to be on the level of a Herta.
Look at the time. The guest is almost here. If you're curious, just follow the crowd. Miss Asta and I will be there soon.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Arlen. What a sweetheart, right? What a sweetheart. Giving us like a Herta's research part. I remember what you talked about at the elevator's entrance seems to be nearby. I shall check it out now. Like legitimately like such a sweetheart, such a kind soul, giving us some fried rice. Thank you so much. And honestly, that is like such like a great gift. You know what I mean? It is such a fantastic gift. Remember, this is the hallway in which we first of all, I think this is if I'm not mistaken, this is the hallway when we first played the game, right? And we were like, oh my god, but even it still looks pretty freaking amazing. But we also like talked to Don Hung here previously as well. This is the team we're using for today again, by the way. This is the team I made last time. You guys said it was actually good, accidentally good, I'll be honest, because I just put characters on that I thought were cool. But we'll... Whoa.
It's the first time I've seen such a spectacle.
Even the top brass.
So this visitor is...
We're getting like a cutscene.
Get ready.
Hypothesis. Thought always precedes word. And yet, I can't find the words for this moment.
Whoa! Wait!
It's good to see you, Asta.
He's a
I
robot!
apologize. I'm 4 minutes and 13 seconds earlier.
Screwllum.
Time. I hope it's not a bother.
Right, because Herta talks about Screwllum a lot, right? Yeah, I apologize. Okay, oh my god.
Of course not, Mr. Screwllum. Welcome to Herta Space
What a sick
Station.
design. What a sick design.
No need for
Look at this guy.
Asta. Herta Space Station is where knowledge converges. Here we celebrate the equality of thought.
Oh my god, and he's like really smart and well learned as well. This is a really interesting and cool design. Having a robot character, or an android maybe as well.
Such collaboration between organic life forms is magnificent and efficient. You're rebuilding the space station far quicker than I could have
Look at this
imagined.
praise.
We appreciate your high praise, Mr. Screwllum.
I can tell in their voice he
Would you like
appreciates
me
it.
to show you around? Since the last summit, we've launched several new research projects focused on silicone-based matrices.
Well, that sounds lovely, but I do have a meeting with Herta, so let's put the new surprises on hold for now.
Even the voice acting is so good too. Look at the jacket as well. Like, I know like we're staring at like a robot here, right? But still the jacket looks so cool as well.
Madame Herta should be in her office. I'll take you there. Right this way.
Asta seems so happy to just like even interact with this dude as well.
Sure.
And he seems so casually like
And you are?
like not like casual in a very fancy way, if that makes sense. Like fancy casual. I'm Stell.
Ah, hello, young madam. I've heard so much about
Oh, for
you.
real?
Herta talks about you often.
Oh my god, his design is so cool. This is so sick.
She's quite curious about you, as am I. What is it like to live in symbiosis with a Stellaron? I hope we'll have sufficient time in the future to get to know each other and answer this question.
Maybe? What a way to like sell a character to you right away.
Sorry, I wanted to show you around, but now I don't think I'll be able to get away.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's a big deal. Go ahead, or you won't be able to catch up. 100%. Do not worry about us. It's fine.
All right. See you later.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Oh my gosh, such a sweetie. What an interesting shot as well. With Herta in the background. Ireland's busy, so I better leave him alone. That person over there seems to be doing something to Herta's portrait. Can I say that the way they introduced this character, Screwllum, right? They already talked about him for a while, right? He was talked about constantly. He's talked about, right? But it's not just how he was kind of talked about and built up and like as this like thing dropped into a casual conversation every once in a while. Like they showed how big of a deal he is just by how everyone crowds around him. Then they had him give praise to Asta, and Asta like has this kind of like I don't know, I said this jolly like excited voice, you know what I mean? Like, oh my god, thank you for the compliment, you know, thank you for the praise, you know? Which shows that like his praise and his word means something. They did such a good job of introducing this character in such a short amount of time there. Freaking awesome. So awesome.
Strange. It should be around here somewhere. Maybe it's hidden inside Madame Herta's portrait.
Leonard, what are you looking for?
Huh? Do you need something? If you're looking for the front desk, just go straight through those doors.
Are you having trouble with something? She looks so pretty.
Such a concerned and responsive tone. You must be the one everyone's been talking about.
We're gaining a reputation,
recently.
I guess.
Your kind-heartedness is famous throughout the space station. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Leonard, a cybersecurity engineer here at the space station.
Oh, cool, Leonard.
You probably know that this place was recently attacked by the anti-matter.
We were in that
Legion.
battle, yeah.
In the chaos, the master control system for each zone was paralyzed. Now that the station is being rebuilt, my job is to repair equipment and restore the space station's cybersecurity.
All right, okay.
But during the repair process, I discovered some anomalies. The access records show that a third party other than the Legion invaded while the master control system was paralyzed.
Was it a lady in sunglasses? Stellaron Hunters? A lady in sunglasses. Is that Kafka? I'm trying to remember why. I'm not gonna look up Kafka because, like, again, I will be spoilers. But like, what did Kafka had like? Did she have like sunglasses? Am I wrong? She had like the little sunglasses, right? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else entirely. Stellaron Hunters, the Astral Express.
No, they arrived.
I know it's not the Astral Express, but you know.
We suspect that it may have been the Stellaron Hunters.
Yeah.
It's an elusive group and very dangerous. Every member is on the IPC's
Jesus.
wanted list.
Stellaron Hunters. Have we heard this phrase before?
Super hacker from Punk Lord. I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost to her once before. A while ago, I discovered her whereabouts during a screening process. I was planning to follow the clues to find more details about her, but I fell into her trap. Can you guess what happened next? She reverse hacked my device, sent out a bunch of spam, made a video game open to the space station, and told everyone that an idiot named Leonard made a big silly mistake.
Oh no. That's ultra adding insult to injury here.
Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Now that everything is calmed down, I thought they'd be on my case already. The silver lining? Madame Herta was generous enough to allow me to continue investigating.
That's
this
like the
matter.
ultimate of humiliation, right? Like what you're able to do there as well. We've definitely heard the term Stellaron Hunters before, right? We definitely have. Norwich doesn't want to deal with it. She's getting revenge on you. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was pretty unexpected.
This guy's going through it.
Space station affairs are usually handled by lead researcher Asta. This is the first time I've seen Madame Herta give orders in person.
All right.
To put it simply, the leaders have given me an opportunity. How could I not cherish it? If I can make up for my mistakes and do a good job, I may have a chance to prove myself.
I mean, that's a good way of looking at things, right? That's definitely a good way of looking at
This
things.
time, I plan to start from inside the space station and see if I can find some clues to trace the intruder's steps. Maybe I can find the blind spot I missed before. I designed a decoding program. Look, it looks like a camera, but it's actually a detector. We should be able to find hidden
This dude's
clues
so
with-
excited about this. Are you saying we as in me and you?
Just like this.
Leonard aims detector at the wall. Something seems to appear on the wall. Like a projection?
That's
A drop of sweat, a drop of water, a blue teardrop shape. Oh, she's just so pretty. We have to answer, I guess, at one point. I guess like it's like a drop of water.
a drop of water?
Okay.
Why do I feel like it's more like a drop of
So it's actually a drop of sweat. Okay.
Unbelievable! Why would something like this be in the space station? The staff wouldn't even dare scribble on the wall, let alone leave a drop of sweat.
So it's like it's almost like graffiti.
So this is what we're looking for? This suspicious evidence? It wasn't what I was expecting, but...
It's pretty suspicious. It's quite unexpected. At least it's a clue, right? Something.
Wait a second. Let me take a look. Oh, I see. This is digital graffiti that appears to represent Punklordian symbols.
Punklordian.
If I'm not mistaken, this should be some kind of automatic encryption.
So this is something that's common?
We need to decipher it if we want to find any culpatory evidence.
What does this have to do with me?
Ugh, you got me there. I got caught up in our conversation. I wasn't paying attention.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It was actually like pretty interesting, but like, yeah.
Let me think. Maybe I've been under too much stress recently and I subconsciously want a friend. Anyway,
What?
if I were to find clues
Buddy.
related to the Stellaron hunters, wouldn't that be helpful to you too?
Sure, but like, if you need a friend, like, I'm sure we can like accommodate you. You know what I mean? Like, he's clearly very like shook up after the last incident.
Just do me a favor. It won't take up too much of your time. Here, just point it at the graffiti on
Great
the
voice
wall.
acting as well from this guy. I guess we have to like investigate the suspicious graffiti here now as well. This dude is like hurt. This dude is very hurt. Honestly, though, the sweat makes it look like Herta was sweating, which actually I think is very cool as well. It's a very cool way of doing it. He pointed the graffiti on the wall, then some blinking blue pattern started to appear. Suddenly, the pattern imploded and engulfs it, surrounding sounds and colors. Something inside seems to be breaking out of it. Whoa.
Why are there void rangers?
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. We got this. Interesting. So, like, it had, like, some Void Rangers in this.
Let's settle this.
So, there's a target on our back. We should definitely, like, be wary of that. Yeah. Let's break them before they can even target us. Even though we are still targeted.
Give it up.
But let's go for the middle anyway.
I shall be the judge. This battle is unavoidable.
So the target escapes us. Or leaves us, I should say, not escapes us. Yeah, interesting. So, like, this piece of graffiti had some,
That scared me.
yes.
It seemed like something popped up here, then void rangers jumped out.
That's Silverwolf, right? That is Silverwolf. That scared me to death. Isn't that that's Silverwolf, right? Don't worry, it's taken care of. That scared me to death. There seems to be an extra person.
Look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. If we decipher it, we can see some hidden information.
I think that's Silverwolf, right? I think that's Silverwolf.
The surveillance camera captured her face.
Yep.
Silver Wolf.
Oh my god.
Exactly the same as the photo on the IPC's wanted list. Let me see what she
So
was up to.
Silverwolf and Kafka are the two characters that kind of like woke us up, right?
Is this a transmission?
So it's interesting that she's on the wanted list,
Oh,
right?
I see. She probably ran into the Antimatter Legion during the invasion, then used this beacon to teleport the enemies somewhere else.
That's insane. So she literally trapped the enemies in a piece of graffiti?
We accidentally activated the beacon again just
No,
now.
okay.
And were brought back. Jeez. Stellaron hunters
That's
have
insane.
the ability to stow enemies away
No, that
like
is otherworldly power. Like, what the hell? Like, oh, it's, you know, like when you play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you banish a card for like one turn before it attacks you? That's what it feels like. We just brought it back from the Shadow Realm.
Beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No wonder they were able to break into the space station. With this, I'm afraid not even Madame Herta's office
Man,
is
that's
safe.
so that's so interesting. That's where we heard the idea of Celeron hunters before, right? It was probably with Kafka and Silverwolf. But the idea as well that, like, you know, she's just not welcome here is so interesting to me as well. It's so interesting. Especially since, like we probably think of them a little bit more favorably. Kafka just talked to us in the previous mission as well, like, through our mind. Or at least, like, we remember what she said to us while we were sleeping, right? It's not just she talked to us through our mind. It's probably something we remember what she said. So they're going to play a big part of this, like, 100%. Don't be discouraged. Is kind of tech really that impressive? Yes, it is. Have some faith. We'll figure this out.
Well, I don't share your optimism. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be lying on the ground.
That's
right
true,
now.
but I was here, and that's, you gotta think of it that way.
Anyway, let's work together.
Man, we're, like this is how they're bringing back Silverwolf as well, by the way, which is so interesting.
Strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti.
And the fact that like Silverwolf is being referenced like this as well, when, like, again, we haven't talked to Silverwolf or Kafka literally since the first episode. The first episode is the last time we saw Silverwolf. The first episode is the last time we saw Kafka. And now it's in a companion quest that Silverwolf is being brought out here as well.
There. They even put down a question
Oh my
mark.
god.
They must be making fun of us.
I think this is such a crazy power. Like, it just shows that like Silverwolf is clearly like extremely powerful. Oh, we get to follow Silverwolf around as well?
She went towards the base zone. Yep. There's a... disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering.
It's okay.
it. She must have stopped here for a bit. Let's look around.
There's a speech bubble right on the desk over there. Is that it?
Keep at it.
Right?
Your fake ID info is ready.
Wait, so the fake ID?
Ah, so that's what happened. She sneaked in first, then helped her partner in through the main door.
Oh, okay.
It's a classic hacking operation. Let's see. The registered name is Leonard Collywell.
You're the imposter among us.
How is this possible? She used my identity.
This guy cannot in any way catch a freaking break whatsoever.
I never noticed that there was an issue with this record. I subconsciously glanced right past it when I saw my own name. She's so cunning.
I mean, she seems to be pretty smart, but she seems to be very casually smart. Maybe you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Classic hip hop being invoked here by Stell. Maybe it's time for you to throw in the towel.
It's an honest mistake. The reaction of any ordinary person is to check for unfamiliar names, right? Who would think to check their own name?
I don't know. It's not me that would usually be doing this, you know? It's very much like a situation where it is like his job, so... Oh, here's the other one. Okay, because I was wondering why they were asking me to, like, check it here as well. This is so interesting to me. So
Can
interesting.
you let me have some fun this time? Our last few operations turned out to be pretty dull.
But this is so interesting after this long. After, like, maybe nearly 30 hours, Silverwolf is back in this form.
She makes it seem easy. Is she really looking at the Curio Collection Index?
There's a voice. It's cutting out. Who is she talking to?
Judging by how calm she is, she must have been in this room for a while. Maybe she was waiting for someone. I'm not sure what happened after that. Let's search somewhere else.
There's one over here as well. Yeah, this is like a very interesting way of like introducing Silverwolf, like not only like making her like seem like she's very casually smart with this stuff, right? Like it just seems like it almost seems the way she's talking like it's very easy for her. While our character, who's like, you know, a researcher here as well, that's with us, Leonard, who's here on the space station, is panicking about this stuff. This stuff is terrifying to him, and it's honestly like really cool technology. So I understand. I definitely understand.
The graffiti's location is quite interesting. It feels like she's playing a game with us. one dot leads to another.
It's really fun.
I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punk Lord have a tradition. When they hack, they purposely leave something behind for people to discover.
Right.
Kind of like throwing down the gauntlet. They call this the Punk Lord
Oh, there's the
mentality.
mission.
There can only be competition when there's rivalry. And there can only be excitement when there is competition. Life's a game, and having fun is what's most important.
So that's their mentality. It's like they have fun with this stuff. It's not just like, and again, that makes sense why she's so casually like smart about this stuff.
I don't understand that way of thinking. But it seems like this graffiti might have been left behind for us on purpose as a clue. The same thing happened last time as well. I was so close to the target, but got obliterated in the final battle of information.
So you're so close yet so far. It's not your fault. Let's focus at the work at hand. Yeah.
You're right. It doesn't help to dwell on
100%.
past failures. Thank you.
No, it's like, yeah, you're not going to get anywhere by dwelling on like, because again, it's acknowledging your mistakes and acknowledging stuff that happened in the past is so important. But then dwelling on it can just be like, it can drag you down even further into making more mistakes. So don't think of it like
She
that.
seems to be leaving. Let's keep up.
I'm so interested in this quest. So let's keep going. These companion quests are
Seem
awesome.
to be heading toward the monitoring room.
That's mine. That's mine. You didn't need it. You didn't need it. I needed it. For my own self.
Still in denial.
Rules are made to be
Yeah, I was actually
broken.
like very pleasantly surprised when people were saying that, oh yeah, the team you made like accidentally is actually pretty good. So like, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for letting me know that.
Let's settle this.
Very, very nice of you to let me know that.
You'll pay for this.
We could do some special abilities,
Eternal
right?
sleep is not the dead return.
This is serious. This battle is...
That's so cool that Brawny gets to attack twice like that. That's so cool. Or at least it brings up return, I should say. Oh, we actually have to unlock it. This is the freaking... Herta's over there with one of Herta's dolls over. This is the room. Remember where Kafka and Silverwolf went together? I remember this so vividly. So vividly.
Another graffiti. They're all different too. She really put some thought into this.
Well, Herta's dolls, you do. This is such a cool room, and I remember it's so freaking clear at this stage. Stage of business, stop blocking my view. Oh, so she's not part of the quest. Okay. There's strange bubbles at the space station. No, we'll talk to her in a bit. Yeah, 100%. I don't want to like muddy the experience too much here. So she's not actually part of the quest. She's just hanging out here though.
Huh?
Yep.
Is this section of the
Yep.
record
Yep.
damaged?
Oh my god.
She went through the wall and disappeared.
Oh my god, that's so cool. She altered the record. She teleported herself because we weren't there for this, right? We weren't there for this aspect, but we were there as Calvin, also known as Romer, but not Estelle. She teleported herself.
I don't think so. That's not the same as passing straight through a wall. Look. Hold on. I got it. It might be an effect from a curio. There was a pre-established folded space here, and the intruders found it and took advantage of it.
I don't remember the exact way it happened, but I know that Kafka and Silverwolf got through this area.
No wonder she kept going through the curio collection index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Do you still remember?
Yes.
That's where they put the Stellaron inside.
I remember that
you.
moment so vividly. I think I remember Kafka. Oh my god.
What are you
No,
muttering
that's so good to give us the choice to do that.
Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another beacon. She would have been able to escape with the Stellaron, no problem.
So cool. So cool. Like, it's so cool that we're recalling, like, the journey we went on here as well. You know what, earlier on with those two gals.
Oh, we're doomed! The trail has gone cold.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll do something.
Ugh, so strange. Did she really leave just like that? She came all this way and didn't take anything with her, nor leave anything behind.
I think there's probably some motive here, you know what I mean? We have to think of it that way.
Oh, they did leave you behind. Sorry. That sounded better in my head.
I know, it's okay.
It must have been a terrible feeling waking up in a place that was completely unfamiliar.
Legitimately not. I woke up when I saw Dan Hong for the first time. It was pretty okay. Like, it wasn't so bad. Yeah, it wasn't so bad.
I can't help but feel there's more that they're after. I really hope I can find something that's useful to you. Otherwise, I'll feel bad for having you do so much work for nothing. The more I talk about it, the worse I feel. I should probably find something that I can do. There's a rating pistol here. I wonder what my rating
What does a
would be.
rating pistol do?
Whoa, look here! There's a strange access log in the rating pistol's compartment. It looks like the log time occurred during the Legion's invasion. The researchers would have already been evacuated by then. Could it have been her? In which case, she didn't leave immediately. She implanted the Stellaron inside you, and then fiddled around with the rating pistol for a while.
Okay, so she was doing other stuff as well.
Could it be that... I just realized something. We need to go to the curio collection room on the other side.
I'm following you, buddy. I just thought of that now, like with the, Man, this is so cool, all the different curios, right? I just thought of that now, like how, you know, when he was saying like, oh, like things must have been really scary for you waking up like that, you know what I mean, in a random place and not knowing what's happening. And I'm like, yeah, like, what is it? Wait, what the hell? Oh, it's like, oh, okay. Okay, it's like for artifacts and stuff. It's like, yeah, that you're 100% correct. Like, he's so correct. Like, it would be very strange. But the fact is, like, when I think back to that time and how calm I was after, like, because the Kafka thing was terrifying. Like, terrifyingly cool at the same time, where it was like, we didn't know what was happening. We were kind of confused. It was, like, super, super interesting. But, like, after that, we woke up to March and Dan Hong, who, like, Dan Hong is someone who like really feels like he has everything under control, so it was like really easy to feel calm there too. But then also March is so kind and so soft and so gentle and so funny that I remember instantly I was just like, okay, this is my best bud. You know what I mean? It was like instant. I was like, we have this. Okay, so everything's cool.
Just as
I felt really good about it. This
She
is
was
crazy.
here.
Look at this. So these are all the curios as well. So there's also a graffiti over here. Look at this.
I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punk Lord Mentality in her collection.
All right. You talked about Punk Lord before, but like, you know, if you want to say it again, you can. I think I've seen it in the simulated universe. A game cartridge.
You remember it, right? It's actually on the list of missing curios.
Okay.
I
Which would
wasn't
fit
able to put
Silverwolf's,
the two together before. If the hacker
design.
has a personal objective other than the Stellaron Hunter's mission, I got it. I got it now. The Stellaron Hunter's operation was just a cover for her.
She was actually after the curio? I feels like you got it backwards. Maybe like this was the game was a cover up for the Stellaron thing? I don't know.
Look, in the end, they didn't take the Stellaron.
No, but they have a motive. I know for a fact Kafka has a motive.
She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station even after her mission was complete. This was what she was truly after. She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron Hunters and used it as her cover. Very smart. To be expected of someone from Punk.
I mean, yeah, he's praising him to the nines. And I guess that's one of those things. It's like, yeah, he's probably scared of him, but also like, you know, they are impressive.
Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The curios are Madame Herta's most prized possessions. All the visit requests are sent to her office from the computer in the main control room. Some researchers tried to gain access to the curios for research purposes once, but they didn't get proper authorization. She caught them all red-handed.
So I have a bad feeling about this. Could it be that the main control room was hacked as well? She values them more even than the researchers. So maybe like she actually, yeah, like we could say this, but like I wonder if Herta has a better relationship. You know what I mean?
Me too. The fact Madame Herta hasn't responded to this can only mean one thing. That the main control room was hacked as well. We need to go and take a look.
I wonder if this is all going to turn out it's going to be a way simpler explanation than we expect. I wonder what's going to happen with that. We'll see. I'm actually like having a blast with this though. Like I didn't expect. You know, it's always interesting so far with you know, with Honkai Star Rail. I think like they're doing a good job with the NPCs, but also I think what we're getting. Where is this over here? But also I think another thing that we're having a lot of fun with these characters, for me is like the fact that like this character Leonard is, you know, started off as a character we thought was just going to be a short conversation, and now we're going on a little journey with him. It's actually quite fun. It is quite fun. Oh, this is, I think this is one of the rooms where the gal that we were talking to, remember she, with the gossip quest? And she was very mean to us and made us, like, pay for for gossip.
Wait, don't move. Oh, I get chills just looking at the space station monitors now. Let me investigate first.
He's very passionate though, isn't he, Leonard?
Just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the terminal transmissions too. I thought it was the Legion that did this.
Do we need to do a restart? No one noticed this whole time?
This wouldn't have been a high priority issue. The space station's to-do list is ridiculously long at this point. I am curious though. She paused the terminal transmissions, but didn't touch the local data at all. As a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't delete the local log. There's an external port here. I'm gonna plug in and take a look.
So I have a bad feeling about this. It might be a trap. Why don't you let me do it?
Relax, friend. I've done this a million times. Look at this agreement.
As you have feared, a burst of light shines and the enemy appears. There's gonna be a freaking antimatter legion in this room? Jesus! I think that whoever, like, the trail left behind here by, you know, Silverwolf is quite impressive.
To guard and defend.
It's quite impressive.
Crush them.
And I feel like that's it. We're answering questions as we're going, like, why didn't they do this or why didn't they do that? It's because, again, she probably felt like, you know, this is a way better, like, way of, like, covering your tracks is set up these traps. And like you said, if that's, like, what the Punk Lord mentality is, as we were saying before, if that's what this Punk Lord mentality is, it would make sense for her to do that, right?
Enemy.
Jesus Christ.
I will remember your kindness.
They said we're going after the best designed character in the history of the Hoyo.
I'll see you all.
Yeah, we don't need to do too much with these guys, honestly. We don't. Although, we should always practice, you know?
See? I was right. There was something fishy about the local data she left behind.
So there was something strange after all. Yeah. Yeah.
Now we can browse through the Curio access logs. Huh? That can't be right. This Curio doesn't seem to have ever left the space station.
What does that mean? So she didn't take the Curio either? It just disappeared into thin air?
From the way things look, yes. The records show that this Curio was last sent to Madame Herta's office, and then it disappeared? I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? She wouldn't have put the graffiti up just to mess with us, would she? No, if I start thinking like that, I may as well give up now. I have to fully investigate every lead, or I'll really be out of a job.
So, it's interesting because, like, he's, like, getting so frustrated, right? Like, genuinely so frustrated with this stuff as well. But, like, understandably so. Like, I get, like, because this is, like, his life's work. He's made mistakes before.
May. A name that's both new and familiar.
What? Oh, I think that might be for the Trailblaze quest. This one here, maybe? Where is it here now? This one here? No? It is, yeah, Ruame. Yep. Yeah, I understand, like, his frustrations come from a place of, like, making mistakes before, feeling like, you know, he has to prove himself now. And it feels like he's desperately trying to figure out what's happening here, but, like, all the MO of a usual hacker is not being used here, so he's kind of, like, in a state of, like, constant confusion. And it has to be pretty frustrating, right? Especially when everything you know. Oh, okay, this guy's here.
gonna happen.
Everything you know is like being, you know, questioned.
I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said.
Runmei.
But there's no chance we're shutting down this simulated
Oh,
universe.
wow.
Herta, I've made my
What?
decision. Question. What have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced technology in the entire universe.
So he's saying that it's not sustainable, maybe?
And what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors.
So the work isn't worth the reward?
In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
So he's saying at the start it was like, it was just used to discover, the music here is awesome, just to discover the traces of the eon, and now like he feels like it's like veered off from that.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
So it seems like the mentality here from Herta is kind of like, hey, like, yes, we're gonna make mistakes, we're gonna have problems. While from Screwllum, it seems like he's like, yes, but are these problems worth it?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract waiting to be attended to. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many disappointments has it given
It's
you?
interesting. This conversation is interesting. It is, because it just shows to me like two different mentalities on like this type of research, right?
The simulated universe never disappointed me.
Whoa.
You are what disappoints me.
Whoa.
Screwllum. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right now, you're more like someone from the nitwit.
Jesus, Herta. Honestly, though, she's kind of funny. Like, I don't think he's a nitwit, right? But I do think that it's interesting that, like, you know, this absolutely, like, you know, magnificent researcher is calling someone like a nitwit. You know what I mean? Like, because again, like, her feelings are probably hurt, and she's resorting to like, hey, here's a name call for you, you know?
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put forth for the simulated
And here's the thing,
universe.
Herta genuinely believes in the simulated universe. She cares about it so freaking much. She's constantly messaging us about it. So, like, again, I can totally understand her mentality of like why she'd be defensive about it, you know?
I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough.
Oh,
Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you.
so there's a rift here as well. Oh my god, did you hear that? I don't need it as well. The very proud. Listen to
Leave if you
this.
don't wanna
Great
be
voice
part of
acting.
this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
I can go find Adrian Taylor or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway.
Wow. Herta laying it in as well. Not even like acknowledging us. Like, well, will she acknowledge us?
Screwllum.
Oh.
We've known each other for a long time. This is the first time I feel that you're nothing but a piece of ice-cold metal.
Whoa. Herta's laying it in. I thought Dimwit was gonna be like the worst insult she had. She really cares about that research though, like the simulated universe. To her, it is like a massive deal. It is like her everything.
My apologies.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just a lot of passion, right? I'm actually just like to see that kind of expression on her face. What happened, I guess we could say?
This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. Well, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Herta or the project. The simulated universe is a great experiment, and Herta is a true genius. However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. These differences will often manifest into bias, and bias will get in the way of the formulation of knowledge.
So, because he acknowledges that this simulated universe is absolutely a fantastic piece of technology and research, right? But I think he's saying that, like, he's saying that like it's not because it's not producing like a lot of results. He's saying that like these differences that they have like will lead to like I'm not sure what he means by adding bias, because I know what bias means, right? He's saying that like, you know, they have their own like feelings and mentalities and their own view of the world that like shapes the things around them, and that kind of like influences like their own feelings and their own biases will influence like how they see the world. So I'm wondering if it's saying that like, you know, like his mentality is that this just can't produce results, maybe?
Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end a collaboration that no longer holds true to its original intent.
Right.
From an objective standpoint, I should end it.
So the original intent is no longer why the simulated universe is being used. Which, again, I can understand from his perspective, where it's like, I signed up for this and now we're getting this, you know?
Are you worried about her mental state?
A little, not at all. I'm more worried about the mental state of the researchers, honestly. True, but like, honestly, that was the first time we've seen her to like show like a very like serious amount of emotion, and it came from a place of hurt, I felt like, as well. At least from my perspective, it did.
Judging by the result, I have failed to choose the most suitable time to raise this matter.
And that's the thing. It's like not everything, like emotions aren't always logical. You know what I mean? Like they're not. And I wanted to, I don't know, again, she loves the simulated universe so much. I don't know if there is a right time to like express this.
The emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta be alone for a while, so she can calm her emotions. It'll be beneficial for our negotiations later as well. As for the simulated universe, if that's the reason you're here, maybe I can help in answering your questions.
Yeah, like, I do think it's amazing that, like, we heard about Screwllum this whole time. We heard about like all the updates that are happening, and like it's so interesting to me as well having Screwllum kind of like come here and explain his feelings towards the simulated universe as well, but also like showing how much Herta genuinely cares about this research also.
Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points to the stars. Punk Lord mentality. That is no ordinary curio, my friend. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe.
Oh.
Young madam, how much do you know about Punk Lord?
Not a lot? I've heard of it. Nobody, and I mean nobody knows more about Punk Lord than I do. You know what's so funny? In Genshin, whenever I get a choice of when someone goes, how much do you know about penguins? Even if I know all about penguins, I still say I don't know anything, because you get more information.
It is a planet made of data and symbols. The edges of reality and illusion are blurred in Punk Lord, as are its days and nights. An ether cartridge is a chip that Punk Lordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies the world are recorded on the chip. It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station belonged to someone truly legendary.
Wait, so is he saying that... Is he saying that Silverwolf is legendary? Is that what he's saying?
He became a Galaxy
no.
Ranger by accident and spent many long years traveling among the stars. He encountered countless fascinating individuals and saw wonders witnessed by few. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is why it became part of the masses of calculation data for the simulated universe. Yes, no need to worry, my friend. The cartridge has never left the space station.
Okay.
It's, as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That is why its data has been extracted and added to the calculations of the universe model. Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in the item being listed as lost.
Okay, alright. So it's a false alarm. I'm still a little worried. That person could have gotten into the office?
I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed try to hack into Herta's office, then the simulated universe is
Man,
undoubtedly
I need
her
to
next target.
imagine Silverwolf like hacking into the simulated universe.
As such, please allow me to offer my limited abilities to assist you with your investigation, madam.
Okay.
As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. It will remain shut until Herta and I come to a clear
I disagree. I like the simulated universe.
Yes, this is the last chance to investigate the
So we're going into the
data.
simulated universe?
By way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe, I will use my abilities in the universe to provide you with what assistance I can. This is my recommendation. Please take your time to consider it.
So we can talk to Leonard as well. Optional? Yeah, well, of course you will. It's super interesting because again, I get confused sometimes because there's and you guys don't understand. There's so many like words flying at you sometimes when they're doing like this technology stuff. But I'm doing my best, obviously, to like keep up with absolutely everything. But like I'm just so intrigued by like if Silverwolf has an interest in this simulated universe or not.
Did you hear that? I was so scared I couldn't utter a single word.
Don't worry about it.
The simulated universe? Shut down? That's Madame Herta's biggest project. I can't imagine how mad she'd be if it fell through.
I genuinely hurt, and I could tell that as she's walking out of here.
Wait, this isn't my fault.
No,
is it?
no.
If I'd been able to stop the enemy's invasion, would Mr. Screwllum be less pessimistic?
No, Leonard, it's not your fault. Everyone's responsible. Let's focus on what's in front of us. Yes, exactly. Let's focus on what we have to do now.
You're right. This is terrible. I feel like I'm incapable of doing anything.
You gotta stop thinking like this. I know it's very hard. I know, like, that's easy for me to say, right? Like, stop thinking like this. You know what I mean? Imagine like somebody it's like saying to someone who's sad, just stop being sad, bro. You know, it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It's very hard. And I understand where he's come from. He's very worried about this. He's self-conscious. All of this stuff that, that he used to know was being turned upside down. Yeah.
Still, beating myself up all the time won't help either. We're here for the cartridge. At the very least, we must try and see.
Great mentality. Great mentality, Leonard.
Having heard what Mr. Screwllum said, you're entering the simulated universe to continue the investigation.
That's what I was thinking.
Aren't you? I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you. I'll be helping Mr. Screwllum monitor the system's internal data flow from the office. Ugh, I'm so nervous. This is the first time I've been involved in something so big. Anyway, I'll be cheering for
Thank you so much. Leonard, my new friend, Leonard, me and Leonard. They say the quad, that's the quad for Star Rail. It's Leonard, Don Hung, March 7th, and Stell. The quad. You know what I mean? What a group. What a fantastic group. Honestly.
Well, madam, are you ready?
I am. And honestly, this is so interesting. See, I was going to say it there again. I already said a bit of it there, but like, seeing the side of Herta is so important for her character, I feel like. Because while she can sometimes seem cold and terrifying and scary, in this moment when she was being very angry and kind of like rude towards Screwllum, like I almost felt even more connected to her. Not because I was like, I love people who are angry and stuff like this, but it was more of a case of like, that's the most like human Herta's seemed, because sometimes what happens with characters is you see like the kind of like exterior and then, they peel back the layers and you eventually find out who they are for real. And in this case, I feel like that's what we got to in this case, we got to see Herta, another side of Herta, which is frustration. She's used to inflicting frustration on the Tides of Ireland all the time. She's used to inflicting frustration on other people. People are terrified of her. But to have someone who like frustrates her to the point that she is calling them a nitwit and, insulting them even, like, it actually like makes her a character that I like even more, just because it's like, okay, we can see this side to her. She does care about her research. She cares about it to the point that it upsets her that someone would even question it, Let's get going.
Very well. Get going we shall. I will be
Maybe I should have asked a few
sending you
questions
into the
there.
Simulated universe using an alternative method. It might feel a little different than usual.
Sure.
This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. We'll start with this data link. Now, please prepare yourself for a deep dive with your consciousness.
You feel a ripple, a great weightlessness that makes you lose control of your limbs in a flurry of symbols and code. You wake up with a jolt. This is a simulated universe.
Young madam, are you all right?
Yeah, and Silverwolf is here too. I'm fine.
You are now inside the data link of the ether cartridge. Look around and tell me what you discover.
Well, Silverwolf's right here. The hacker's right in front of me.
Hacker? Oh. Conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. In here, regardless of how large or small, all variables are saved, including outsider traces. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away from the ether cartridge's data link. What we are seeing are the projections of what happened in those moments.
Very cool. Very cool.
Young madam, please stay still. Allow me to see what I can do with this record.
Hey, you.
Whoa.
Why are you staring at me?
Wait, you can see me? It speaks? This is quite funny.
I initiated the simulation flow.
Oh.
This is just a record of the past. She's not actually
Okay, I got like a fright there for a second.
Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of what we need to know.
Sure.
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punklord, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody already knows about.
Okay.
Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether cartridge. It's the second pair of eyes, second brain, and second heart of the hacker. Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and bought some mixed popcorn, you'd be able to know the flavor of the fourth kernel he picked out of the bucket. It's truly amazing.
So it's like it records their memories, I guess all their memories? Is that what it's saying here?
Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I am not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still rambling about it is to make sure that you know how amazing it really is.
Oh my god.
Do you get it now, Kafka?
So she was talking to Kafka.
Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space station. We're on Genius Society turf.
It is safe to assume that two people entered the simulated universe. Her and her companion. Interesting. Let's see what happened next.
This is so cool.
You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to your behavior now.
Wait, so we're playing Kafka? Well, no, we're playing Silverwolf. That is so cool. Okay, we have a trial for Silverwolf. And I guess it took Hanya off the team, which I guess, like, I don't know if that's good or bad. You guys would know better than me, but we'll keep going anyway. What's your weakness? Let's go. That's so cool. We get a trial for Silverwolf as
You
well.
took the bait.
Let's go with a Rubik's Cube.
Time for a buzz.
I'll see you off.
It's like very video game style, right? I mean, I'm excited to use Silverwolf, right? It's exciting to use a character in any trial. What's your weakness?
100%.
So pretty, like the spark, like the actual freaking like pixels.
You took the
Jesus
bait.
Christ.
Time for a buzz.
Let's make it quick.
Silverwolf here being OP, but I guess she has like a built character that's, you know, built
Fork in the road,
specifically for
huh?
this.
I got this. Wanna pick one first? Give your beloved instincts a try.
Is she telling me to choose? She talks a lot. Oh, Jesus. Is it still just a record? Is she telling me to choose?
Technically, she is asking her companion to choose. The record will continue forward, even if you don't take any action.
Right.
Wrong choice. The correct answer is the path on the right.
I knew it. It's so interesting that we're getting to play Silverwolf now. And again, like this happens in like story quests as well, right? And we got to play as Silverwolf before, but like this happens in Genshin story quests. You get to play as the character at some point as well, which means that I guess Silverwolf at this point probably went on the banner around this time this quest released.
Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal.
A bait signal.
Why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Doesn't she find it annoying when she has to find something herself? Never mind. I miscalculated. Let's try another sector.
I think Herta, like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong with Herta's personality, but she seems like the type of person that doesn't mind doing copious amounts of research and the meticulous and long drawn out aspects of it. I don't think she minds that at all. She seems like someone who, like, is at home doing this type of research. It doesn't seem to be going well.
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust that she too will realize this soon.
I hope she doesn't. Why are you so sure?
What has happened is destined to happen again.
Okay.
That was my conclusion after having met her.
Right, so, okay.
Stellaron Hunter, Silverwolf. We fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. She may have mentioned it to you.
I recall that you won. I recall that she won. I recall there was a draw. Honestly, like, it's been so long. At this point, it has been 7 weeks, I think, since we started. Maybe even 8 weeks since we started Honkai Star Rail. So this, I don't remember the story that well. So I'm just going to say a draw just for fun.
It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave it our all. She wasn't able to break through my defenses, and I wasn't able to stop her from leaving. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will soon arrive.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh. Herta's got some psychological tactics going on.
It's funny with the way Screwllum speaks. It's like almost like very like ominous while also being very analytical and clerical.
Seems like we can now
continue
forward.
It's like, oh, this makes sense, but also at the same time, it's like, it feels like it doesn't in a way. I don't know. So I guess we're going through the domain of combat. Like you.
Back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button?
You don't like riddles, honestly, based. No, like I think when I meant that, like, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I think what he's saying is like not fully realized by ourselves, but the way he's saying it sounds so analytical and straightforward at the same time. If that makes, like, the words are very, like, you know, precise, I guess. I'm actually just excited to use more Silverwolf and to see her, like,
100%
ability as well. That's such a beautiful move with all the, like, the pixels going everywhere. It's so cool.
You chose the wrong
We can use her ability next time as well. We probably already used it, right? At the start, but maybe I'm wrong. Like, you never, like, it again, it has been so long. It legitimately has been so long since we first played
More enemies.
the first parts of this game, you know?
This combat needs optimizing. At this speed, too slow.
I think we have seen this. Possibly.
Rules are made to be broken.
What's so interesting when it's not fast forward. You can notice this so much now because we fast forward the combat all the time. So we have to go into the domain of respite. We're just following their path, right? Following her path.
Almost
Herta.
there. There's even a miniature Herta over here. Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work.
Oh my
The
god.
entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
Wait, so she said that like she's so she thinks she's so full of herself that this station could like fall apart at the next moment. But like what will still be intact is all the stuff that she created, I guess. Like of herself, I should say.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she ended up using it on her portrait.
Honestly, She says, she said she's almost a destination. Honestly, I do think it's quite adorable that she used like this big technology on like a self-portrait of herself. Like, honestly, she said she's almost at the destination.
That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming to an end.
Wow, this fast. I have a strange feeling about this.
Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long pursuit.
Yeah.
She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened to show up in the simulated universe. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter.
Interesting, because he was talking about the idea of how like their I guess fight is going to is destined to like happen again, and history is destined to repeat itself.
I recall
What
a
happened
story
again will before will happen again.
It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers see reality as a magnificent game, an attempt to finish the stage we know as life. Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another link up to become a long, long journey that writes the game of life.
So it's like, I guess are they saying it like it's almost like you're telling a story through the hacking you're doing and leaving traces behind of the stuff that you've done? Because it's saying like a long journey that writes the game of life, but it's attempt to finish the stage of life. So is that to like make it better, or to like improve it, or to like, I guess just like it's because you know what it reminds me of? It's to me it's like I'm playing a lot of old wrestling games right now, and one of the things that like a lot of modders will do is that they will like add in characters from the games that have like that were taken out of it, but they're still in the data, right? They're still in the data, but they were taken out of it before release for some reason or another. And I always see them as like, you know, righting the wrongs of the past and truly creating like this game that it was supposed to be. And I wonder if that's what hackers think they're doing as well, which is like completing aspects of what was supposed to be or what feels like it should be, I guess, or something. I don't know. Or just leaving traces behind that show where they've been as well could just be the simplest way of describing it.
And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? Perhaps this is all nothing more than a game she's decided to play.
That could be. I could be reading too much deeper into it. It could just be this idea that like they want to have fun, leave behind their trace of themselves, and make it into a game.
In which case, let us accompany her till the end.
That could be the case. I could be very wrong. Let's go. Domain boss. I guess this is a shorter like story quest one. Oh my god, man, this space. I always remember this space as like being so important to this game almost. Where we started off with that gigantic boss battle the first time. So incredible. Nice stuff. Let's start off with we should have done some outside of techniques anyway.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return.
Sometimes we forget, and that's okay.
Trickier to crack.
I forget on purpose as well, you know, for fun.
Time for
Not really, but
I'll see you all.
we'll pretend that's the case. Actually, not a bad team for this. At all. For break powers.
This battle is unavoidable.
I love the music as well.
Yeah. Rules are made to be broken.
Such good freaking damage, Stell. Are you kidding me? Such good
You chose the
damage. That was so good from Stell. So good. She's our main damage dealer, in
We
fairness.
found it. The ether cartridge is here, and it's perfectly intact.
Something's not right?
There is an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silverwolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory.
Wait. So, what we're seeing is constitutes past images of Silverwolf. Then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory. So are they saying that because it's like the fact that like she made it this far doesn't make sense? Is that it?
I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long.
Right.
After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulated universe's data.
Unless she had someone to guide her there.
No. 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 Frick, no. Wait. Of course. Did she... Wait. This is Silverwolf.
You want to explain it to her first? I can see the confusion in her eyes.
No way. She used us to get here. She never took it in the first place. She used us to get here now.
The final results are on the display table, young madam. Take a closer look if you wish.
No
We
way.
have plenty of time left. I will answer any questions that you may have.
Wait, so Silverwolf used us to lead her? So she's actually...
You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you is tonight's
No
starring
frickin'
role.
way.
She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe.
That is
and found a way
insane.
to continue alongside
What
us.
power? What ability?
I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Misdirection is always the most effective method.
That's so cool, because that's what he realized. He realized, wait, if this is a memory, then why is that still here? If she made it this far, she would have taken it. So the graffiti was bait?
The graffiti is like a two-way
Jesus
data tunnel. You can use
Christ.
it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress by seeing which pieces
Insane.
of graffiti
Insane.
disappeared. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti and the back door were all in aid of honing in on just the right
No.
moment.
So impressive, so incredible. Like, they have made Silverwolf's character such a incredibly genius character right now. That is such a huge moment. As soon as we enter the thing, she even then that means she even played it up, right? You knew everything from the start?
I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. She made clear that knowledge
what? So
would not
Herta
be
knew about
paramount
this?
to this operation, but rather the lack of it.
Wait.
However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication and sincerity. The actions of Mr. Leonard drew the target right in.
Oh my god. Because he was so dedicated and sincere about it and genuinely, like, you know, wanted to do good, it's really what led us to keep going on this mission. I don't have any other questions. So wait, is he saying that Herta knew about this as well?
Well then, were you satisfied with this simulated universe journey, Miss Silverwolf?
Miss Silverwolf, what the hell?
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't you?
She's so impressive. They have made her character a million times more terrifying. Like, genuinely.
I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor
Oh
to
my
have the
God.
opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
You know what's so crazy about this? You know what's so insane about this? That means, yeah, like he's saying, all the conversations he was having with us as we were going through this world, right? As we were going through the simulated universe, where he was like, oh yes, you know, I had a battle. Oh yes, this and this, and like even talk about her in a way of like, you know, don't worry, she's like, you know, this, and don't worry, like if she was going to do this, she would have done this. Like all this, like the different things he was saying to us throughout this whole journey. He knew the Silverwolf could hear him. So Silverwolf was like fake talking to Kafka then as well. This is, I feel like we're like in the middle of like the most aggressive game of Piggy in the Middle ever. You know what I mean?
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument
Insane,
with Herta was
no!
all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
Wait, I felt so bad for Herta. I was like, man, Herta, like, man, she's like so upset about that. Which again, I think she would be upset about this, right? Unless like wait.
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always
Okay,
been frank
okay,
with one
okay.
another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a
Okay,
regular basis.
that's fine,
It
okay.
would be fitting to call it an act.
I legitimately was like, I felt so betrayed right now because I was like, man, I was like, they added these layers to Herta's character, and like, I'm like, but thank God that he's saying like, no, that's her. You know what I mean? Okay, that's fine. Because like, I was like so impressed. I was like, man, they're really like adding on to Herta's character here. You know what I mean? And like, I thank God that like it's still her character.
Miss Silverwolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces.
Yeah, look at the smirk. Look at the smirk. This is such an impressive story
News
quest.
of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations.
Oh my God. That's why she had to take the risk. She like, it forced her to take a risk right now. So like any like laid plan she had like had to be moved forward.
You now know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No.
No.
You're wrong about the most important part.
And what's that? What's that?
You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwllum?
What is that? What?
I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge.
I just think the Punk Lords like to have fun, right? And that's the thing. I feel like it's like the same way of like the way that they're talking about this character, like, you know, is able to like record like memories and things like this. I do think it's that they want to like not only do they want themselves to like they leave these traces of themselves behind with these like different like graffiti and things like this. I think they, like I said, they genuinely want to have fun along the way, and nothing's been offering her a challenge. But as Screwllum said, what happened before will happen again. They're like formidable opponents against each other.
Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them
Wait, so
down?
they both sent letters? Is it Screwllum and Herta?
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right.
This is such a cool conversation.
And I'm bringing this with me.
This is such a cool conversation. The Ether cartridge? When did you...
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking.
My
just
God! Like, it's like this ultimate game of chess between these two.
Why else would I entertain so much small
Hilarious.
talk?
Hilarious.
You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere, trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head on, just as you did last time.
She's so much confidence. This is fantastic. This is so fantastic. They have like built up two characters here, and Herta as well, so well in such a short amount of time.
And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwllum, will I be able to see your true
And she wants to
strength
see it.
this time?
And she wants to see it. She wants to see the true strength.
The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please. Let me have some fun this time, okay?
The way she's like even like talking to him like as well, like this is like what they've done here in terms of like the personalities contrast between Silverwolf and Screwllum, right? They both are like incredibly smart, incredibly impressive, but they both have different like approaches to like this conversation, right? Like I said, like Screwllum is like very like analytical and honestly very like he approaches things from a very matter of fact almost way of thinking about things. But he's smart enough also to like play these tricks also at the same time, which again adds another layer to his character too. He's able to be a little bit sneaky, able to do this stuff as well. Whereas with Silverwolf, like she's also doing this like very sneaky stuff behind the scenes also at the same time, but she's so confident and having so much fun with this at the same time. She's having a blast.
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Leave? But why? Aren't you trying
Oh
to
my God, she
catch
wants
me?
him to try.
Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop.
Again, look, he's using logic, but like this is gonna probably annoy the hell out of her. She wants a fight.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real
Oh my
curio
God.
was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion, you may share that data freely.
This is impressive as heck in terms of writing, because again, I want to finish this scene because I want to see exactly what they're going with everything
What
aspect
if
of
I
this.
attack the space station again?
Again,
It would have nothing to do
he's
with
like, I
me.
don't, not my
But I
problem.
must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward. to
I don't know, I
stop
kind of like Silverwolf.
Then what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
She's trying to egg him on. She's trying to egg him on.
you. I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap but don't plan on doing anything at all?
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun. Silverwolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
That's so... This story is so, like, it went from being like, oh, this is pretty cool, like, we're getting some introduction to some characters here, oh, we're getting to go around with Leonard, to like, this is a mental game of chess we're having here between these characters. And it's genuinely so cool. It's so impressive to me how, like, they realize what Silverwolf wants. Silverwolf wants to leave this mark, wants to leave this kind of like fun like thing behind them, like they're you know, they want to like prove that they've lived on this planet and done all this like fun hacking stuff, and they want to have fun doing it. That's the punk lord mentality, right? They want to have that fun, and they're like, we're not going to feed into this. You know, we're not going to enable you anymore. And there you go, how boring. Well, from Silver, and it's so interesting because like what they've done as well with like improving these characters, right? By the way, instantly. They've built up Silverwolf as this character who's doing so many impressive things to the point that Leonard was like, what the hell? How do you do this? To the point that even we, as in Calvin and Stell, were both like, how is she doing this? This is so impressive. This is so crazy. And then they also then, in one fell swoop, have made Screwllum look absolutely like impressive at the same time for being able to like counter this, like a trap card almost. They've done such a good job of making Silverwolf look impressive, adding to her personality, explaining how she feels about this stuff, why she does this stuff, while also getting Screwllum to look so impressive at the same time and give his personality some touch-ups as well in our mind too, where he's not just this analytical, by-the-book type of robot. He can also be sneaky, and he can also be like very not underhanded, but very cunning in a way too.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you.
Oh wow, and
She wanted to
Herta comes
add
in as
something
well.
of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse hacked you
What?
and located all your interastral network
What?
accounts. A total of 76
Oh.
accounts. A very impressive number.
What?
How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them? Including all of your
Her game records? No, you can't do that. Again, like, and then they're doing this for Herta. Herta's like, no, I'm getting something back on this, right? I have to do something to send a message.
What? Hey, hold on.
And to see her panicking as well, this is so well written. It's so well written.
And she logged out. How hasty. of
What
her.
an impressive moment here. Not what I expected at all or how I expected this to go. I genuinely, when we were talking about Silverwolf, I thought what was going to happen there first. My first interpretation was this. I thought like maybe in the end, Silverwolf might like show that she's like, you know, she did something really impressive here and she, you know, left with the cartridge. And it's going to like set off a cliffhanger for a future story of like, oh, we're going to meet Silverwolf down the line. But what they did here was like something completely different. And then when she got to the cartridge and showed that she was actually like using us, I thought, oh my god, they're using this whole story to show how smart Silverwolf is. And yeah, they did that. She, no matter, even if she got tricked, what she did was so impressive and so crazy intelligent. It's just that she was backed into a corner because she thought that this whole thing was going to be shut down. And then they showed how freaking impressive Screwllum is as well. So cool.
Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem.
Oh my god. See, it's not just fun to him, it's problem solving.
It's about time we were on our way.
I'm so impressed. This has been so incredible. So incredible. Like, is Leonard here? Leonard, you have no idea what just happened, buddy. Leonard, let me tell you. You gotta understand, buddy. This is a whole thing. Can we talk to Leonard really quickly, see what he thinks? No, we can't. Okay. And there's Herta as well. Oh, we have to talk to Herta. By the way, Screwllum, great character design. Leonard, awesome. This is an amazing companion quest. This is absolutely amazing.
A flawless victory. Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly, like, but I'm glad that they showed that they said that she still does argue like that, because that shows that she does have passion, right? Because like, not that she wasn't passionate. I mean, like, that passion through emotion, right? Which is awesome, right? I'm glad that they still said that, because I was like very disappointed. I was like, oh man, are they saying that like she doesn't actually care that much? No, she does care. As expected of Madame Herta, was that all part of your plan?
Naturally.
And again, showing how impressive Herta is as well.
I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt
Honestly,
me.
that's what Silverwolf is saying. This whole place could fall apart, but her portrait will still be left standing.
I already notified someone at the
Stop.
IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Oh my god, Herta is dangerous. No, even I'm kind of upset about that. Imagine all your game accounts freezing. Imagine all of them freezing, you know? Absolutely insane.
Thank you, young madam. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity.
No issue. No issue whatsoever.
Do you have any other questions?
Sure.
regarding this
Yeah,
incident?
let's go. Please give Leonard like all the praise in this as well. Leonard's like dedication to move forward is what even led to this. What is Silverwolf truly after?
Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but she developed an alternative objective in challenging Herta and me in the process.
Oh my god. This is so freaking fun.
All those complicated puzzles and unnecessary ploys. Nothing more than games.
And Leonard was the one who actually was the one who interacted with the games. Screwllum and Herta just had to wait. It's so interesting that, like, you know, she was after the cartridge, but like, she wants fun as well. Will the space station be invaded again?
If you are referring to the back doors Silverwolf left behind, we have cleared out all of them, except for the one in the office. Don't worry. The space station is not as fragile as you think. Whether it's cosmic warfare or the incident that just took place, they're all within Herta's grand
Okay.
plan.
And I want to ask about something else.
Please, ask away.
Will you shut down the simulated universe?
Certainly not.
Good. Okay, good.
Although Madame Herta and I have our differences in terms of research direction, the simulated universe is our shared pursuit, and nothing.
That's
will
awesome.
change.
And I still love that they're, as you said, they're showing that they do have differences of opinions, right? That's great, right? Again, it shows like they're not, again, he's not just a cold robot, and she's not just a cold, you know, research leader. They have their own opinions.
On the contrary, I plan on staying here for a while to see up close what kind of surprises the new branch of the universe has in store for me.
What's the ultimate meaning of the existence of the universe?
There is no one answer to that question, my friend. It holds a different meaning for everyone. To sentimental, organic life forms, it could be the first falling leaf in the change of seasons, or the marks carved onto someone through the passage of time.
Okay, so he's saying there's no answer, and it holds a different meaning. I like that. I do like that. I just want to reread it to make sure I'm getting all of this. It could be the first falling leaf in the change of seasons, the mark carved onto someone through the passage of time. So he's saying it could be anything.
To the swarm that follows its instincts, it might be the sight of fresh meat in their compound eyes and the restless thirst for sustenance. And for me, perhaps the image of symbols woven together, still able to move the heart. Something great that you call emotions. Of course, I've also heard that the answer is nothing more than a 2-digit number.
A 2-digit number? What do you plan on having for dinner?
A medium rare kettle steak.
Okay.
Salt-baked Kalia lemongrass, Herman compound milk, and a
Stop.
portion of fried rice, prepared by a certain young man on the station.
Prepared by Silverwolf. It's Ireland, Silverwolf.
All I need is energy. The form that energy comes in is the same as it is for you. I would never forsake the delights of the culinary world in the interests of efficiency. Now, it is possible that my joints may need a little lubricant every now and again.
Sure.
Well, young madam, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force for trailblazing.
Oh, talk with Leonard as well. Our boy Leonard. You have no idea what just happened. But honestly, it was his, like, dedication to the station and his job that really led to all that happening, right?
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind. Did she know about the traps the hacker left in the space station from the very beginning?
You were the most fitting person.
She said I did a good
There
job.
you go, right? You have to take those little victories.
Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta. This is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore.
the happiness in Leonard's voice. Our boy Leonard.
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the
Sure.
final back door.
I think it's kind of sweet that he took like that as like, you know, hey, good job being a bait buddy, you know? But honestly, I do think that it like, even though like it's mostly funny, like Herta knows that she can trust this dude, you know? Herta knows that if there's any task that needs done that just needs to be done without question, maybe, and like in a way that like doesn't require someone who needs to be like incredibly stable at their job, you can go to Leonard, you know? To close one final thing? Okay. Interesting. You watch the image of the wall dissolve and disappear, and that's the end of it. Okay. Wait.
It's gone. It's all
No.
gone. They seriously
Oh my
left
God.
nothing behind.
It's Kafka.
They went too far this time. Too far.
This is the first time you've seen Kafka in 30 hours since we last saw her. And she has like a freaking like handheld games console.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid
Oh my God,
anymore.
Kafka's voice. It like, what is this place they're in? Is this, Punk Lord? It like, her voice like, it goes through me, not in a way that's like, oh, like it's annoying to hear. It's like, it almost like affects me in a weird way.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
God, they must be so close as well though.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to
Pierpoint.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
Oh my God, the way she even says that.
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Elio's next script.
Oh, right. That story doesn't
Elio's
sound
next
like
script.
it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pierpoint as well.
So she's going to Pierpoint. She says Elio's next script. Elio, that was mentioned before, right? Right? I'm so like, I'll be honest, I don't understand it very much so.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Okay.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you. I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way.
All right. She starts running through the effluent and neon lights just as she had left her homeworld that night, sprinting towards the stars. Starlight elongates her shadow, illuminate the history of the Punk Lord. Those who penned their legends, their vows remembered by the stars. The earliest role-playing gamer said, games are about growth. The calm, tactical strategy gamer said, games are about victories. The rebellious collaborative gamer said, games are about encounters. The loving narrative gamer said, games are about remembrance. And now the young cosmic adventure gamer, she said,
A game is a game, and that's
oh wow.
all there
Okay,
is
so
to it.
so they're giving all these like different indications. First of all, like Silverwolf, there's a lot of fun to be had along the way. If Silverwolf is just like so, she's moving on to the next thing because she finds it so fun. And it's easy here to say the role-playing gamer says games are about growth. As you roleplay, you are growing your character. Tactical strategy gamer, it's about victories. When you get that victory in a strategy game, it feels so good. The rebellious collaborative gamer said like, hey, games are about encounters, right? I guess like it's about like Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that, encountering things. And the loving narrative gamer, games are about remembrance, remembering the characters that you met along the way. Life is Strange, example, quote unquote. And then Silverwolf says, nah, it's just a game. And that's all I have to think about.
A game is a game, and that's all there is to
But see,
it.
the thing they said here as well, right? The starlight elongates her shadow. Illuminate the history of the Punk Lord. Those who pen the legends, their vows remembered by the stars. So again, there's a lot about remembrance and being remembered, right? And leaving your mark as well. So cool. So freaking cool. Silverwolf is... Wait, what? Okay. We're gonna get Silverwolf on her? Leonard? Hey, friend, you still want to work at Space Station? I want to talk to you about something. Yep, I'm still here. What is it? What is happening, Leonard? It's been a while since that incident, but I'm still very worried about the Space Station's cybersecurity. Okay. I want to repair what I can. I've got an idea I want to run past you. Let's talk about the details face to face. I'm outside the office. Please make sure to stop by. Okay. So it's another quest with Leonard. Yeah, that was such an amazing quest. And like it was amazing because I think like legitimately like at the start of it, I was thinking to myself, and I don't know why I'm saying this. I was thinking to myself, oh, this is probably gonna be like a very like fun quest where we go on this little mission with Leonard. We learn a bit about Screwllum, and then we see, you know, as I said, that's what I thought it was gonna be. Silverwolf in the end, like, you know, makes off with the cartridge or whatever, and like, it's a cliffhanger for like when we next see Silverwolf. But like, what we were shown here was such a fantastic showcase, as I was saying, with all these personalities that we got to see in this game. We got to see how amazing Silverwolf is at this stuff. We got to see how amazing Screwllum is and how smart Herta is. How smart all three of them are, really, I feel. Even though like Silverwolf was like outsmarted in this sense, I still think that it adds to her character quite a bit too. Because everyone has flaws and everyone has something interesting about them. And while, like, you know, Herta and Screwllum look like they were flawless, I don't think it makes them flawless in this sense. I think it shows, like, who they are as people. And, you know, eventually we'll probably get to know them even more. But I think, you know, Silverwolf's flaw, quote unquote, in this was that, yes, she's incredibly smart. Yes, she was so genius to pull off this idea of having us lead her to the actual cartridge. But what actually it says to me as well is that she's so focused on the idea of like doing this now and having fun with this game and leaving behind her mark and just playing a game with some characters that, like, at this point, like, she kind of was blinded by that in a way and was kind of fell into this trap, because it's hard to, like, I guess it's hard to, I wouldn't have been able to figure out this wasn't a trap, right? Entirely. I wouldn't have been able to do it, especially since, like, the plan is so foolproof. because it's if you think of it, it is like so foolproof. It's like this idea of how would you figure out that I'm not the real. That I'm the real Silverwolf, like projected, especially since she was like pretending to talk to Kafka as well through that whole journey as well, that whole time in the when we went into the. Why can't I even think of the name right now? What's wrong with me? What is wrong with me? The simulated universe. What is wrong with me? We were just there. But there's so much going on in my head in fairness as well. We had this moment with Silverwolf that we not only learned about like the idea of the punk lords, which is like these people that like have a desire to be remembered. They have a desire to have fun through this like hacking and this like these games, and kind of like the fun aspect of it comes like first, and then the idea of like them being remembered and like wanting to be remembered like is left to, like to them as well. They love that idea of like leaving behind their mark and like that journey that they've been on. And in this sense, I just adore the fact that Silverwolf got to this point, completed this whole journey, planned out this whole thing, and she was forced. And again, having a character with a flaw isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. Having her forced into this idea that she was like felt the pressure because the similar universe is going to be shut down, and she had to rush it now. She had to go in and do this now. But she was still outsmarted in this way too. But also the fact that like she's so cool, she's so collected. She's like playing this game. She's so like sneaky and cunning, right? And then as soon as she's told, we're not playing a game with you anymore. We're not enabling you. She's like genuinely looks upset. She's even trying to goad him into, what if I invade this place again? What if I do this? What if I do that? And they're like, no, we're not doing this again. And that genuinely upsets her because, again, it shows how layered her character is. She's not just like this genius hacker. She is a genius hacker, but she's not just this genius hacker. She's not just this person who's so cunning and smart. She's also someone who has her own feelings and her own motivations. She wants to have fun. She wants this, this competition. She wants this kind of like, almost like she wants this, how do I say? She wants this like, She wants this battle. She wants this battle with him, and when she's not given that battle, it kind of frustrates her as well. And in the end, it was the thing that ended up costing her like her files altogether. Screwllum, the way they introduced Screwllum as a character, started off very like kind of like very analytical, very even like as Herta said, as like a fake insult, cold and robotic in a way too. But then ended up being like a character who like again surprised me with how cunning and surprisingly like quick-witted they are as well. The fact that they like kind of like maybe tricked us into thinking they were going to be so cold and analytical, but actually pulled off this big plan with Herta as well. I think that, as I said, what this did for like the three characters of Silverwolf, Herta, and Screwllum is showed not only how smart they are, but how like what their motivations are and how they feel about these certain situations. Herta like was so freaking happy to get back at Silverwolf because someone who questioned her, that's all she cares about. Someone who questioned her needs to be punished. And I love as well that he said, no, like we have arguments like that all the time, because that again, that shows how Screwllum and Herta are real characters. They have this is where we saw Screwllum, right? Yeah, that's where we saw Screwllum for the first time. They're real characters with real personalities and real flaws and real arguments, and they were kind of like simulating an argument that they would have all the time. That's so cool to me. That's so cool. So I'm just like, maybe I'm not even making a lot of sense when I'm talking about this. I just think that they did such a good showcase of these three characters. They really did. And it makes me want to meet Silverwolf again. It makes me want to meet Screwllum again. It makes me want to see what Herta can come up with again. They kept Herta's like vindictive nature while also like adding like a very, I guess it confirmed like what Silverwolf thought about her. Like it's like, if this place falls down around her, if you insult her, that's the problem. You can attack this station. You can be an alpha person to the station and the people on the station. But if you insult her, you're done. You're absolutely done. And yeah, showing the relationship between Screwllum and Herta being like kind of very two opposite sides of this like, very, this coin that they have here as well. But they have their own arguments. They have their own, combative nature, and it's actually really cool. I just really like this. I liked it as a showcase of three characters, as a story that was so like fun and like a quick burst almost as well. I actually spent a lot of time on this just because there were so many moments. Like this is the longest companion quest I've spent time on, I think, as well. And I'm very happy that we got to spend time on it. It was so interesting to me, and it just makes me want to learn more about Kafka. We saw Kafka at the end, just casually standing there with freaking Silverwolf. Just like, hey, yeah, you can't be a kid anymore. Like, and Kafka's voice is so like interesting to me and how it makes me feel. It makes me feel so freaking like, I don't know, like because she is that character that like made us feel the way at the start. Every time I hear her voice at any point, it's almost like it's like locks or like it changes something in my brain. It really does. I'm like, it makes me feel like I am both under attack, but also I have to stay and see what she's saying. You know what I mean? She's such an interesting character, and I can't wait to meet her again as well. We're not done today. I was going to do another story companion quest, but I don't think we'd have time to do that, so I think we might do a trial, and then we'll come back in the next one and do like 2 companion quests in the next episode. It's just like I know I would be spending too much time. I don't want these episodes to be like 3 hours and a half. At some points they will be, right? At some points they will be, for like big story quests as well like that. But obviously, like we're I don't want to spend too much time on this stuff, you know. I was reminded today that I actually can do the trial, for Dr. Ratio, right? And I think it's the only, like, obviously I can do the trial for how do I do this? Here? I can do the trial for Dr. Ratio, I believe. And you can see even the abilities we get here, we can do them here as well. And I was reminded here as well, there's only 7 days left, so we have to do it now if we want to do a trial. So this is the first trial we're doing of a 5-star character as well. And by the way, I understand as well, people have told me as well throughout the comments that there will be like spoilers coming up in the banner and stuff like that. Please, 100%, I realize that. And we will probably like adapt. We'll adapt as much as we can to make sure I don't get spoiled for stuff. And I appreciate people not wanting me to be spoiled. This is what we call here it's sexy man. Let's start this trial. So all attacks from the unit or teammates can trigger powerful follow-up attacks. The more debuffs are on an enemy, the more Dr. Ratio's crit rate and crit damages increases. Okay. This is Topaz and Numby? Wait, what? At the start of the battle, Numby summons Numby to auto-attack. During the battle, Numby's damage output is enhanced. During exploration, Numby will tag alongside Topaz. Numby can discover or obtain treasure. That sounds really freaking cool. I can't wait to see these characters like in their full glory because they look really cool. We have Robin. Ultimate makes all teammates immediately take action. After teammates attack triggers, additional damage after an ally attacks. Robin regenerates energy. Okay. So all teammates... Wait, all teammates take action after an ultimate? How does that work? And then we have Adventurine. Provides a stackable special shield to all allies. Triggers follow-up attack after teammates with special shield are attacked. Increased crit rage, but damage taken by enemies. So really we have to focus on this. All attacks from this unit or teammates can trigger powerful follow-up attacks. The more debuffs are on an enemy, the more Dr. Ratio's crit rate and damage increases. Perfect. So let's take a look at these characters, right? So very pretty. Unbelievably pretty. This is what you call gorgeous. So then we have Topaz and I actually really like the hair as well. Topaz and Numby. Really cool colors on the outfit, right? Wait, she has one of these little creatures. Very, very, very cool. Then we have Robin. Absolutely gorgeous dress there, Robin. Absolutely gorgeous. Need to tell me who designed it for you. Very like sweet and like open face, right? Like this is someone that like, you know, already you're like, man, I'd like to applying the lipstick. Very cool. Oh my god, she's adorable. This is someone who, like, if anyone said anything bad to her, like, you know, you're moving the earth and mountains to hurt them. And then we have Adventurine as well. Cool haircut as well. A very long jacket. Is that like is like a spade on his chest? That's such an interesting... Oh, his eyes. Very interesting character designs here as well, guys. Very interesting. Okay, let's try this out. Really... Okay. Let's go. So, we can gain some defense from this, right? That's so... Oh, it's like a freaking gambling thing. And then we have some support here as well. Enhance. What's your weakness? There we go. So here we go. For the Dr. Ratio trial, deals minor imaginary damage to a single enemy target, deals imaginary damage to a single enemy, deals imaginary damage to a single target enemy, and applies Wise Man's Folly. When Dr. Ratio's teammates attack a target afflicted with Wise Man's Folly, Dr. Ratio launches one instant follow-up attack. So every time they attack, we get to a follow-up attack if they have Wise Man's Folly on them. The talent is when using a skill, there's a chance to launch one instance of a follow-up attack on the target, dealing imaginary damage. And the technique is creates a special dimension. Enemies within the dimension are taunted. After entering battle with the enemies in this dimension, there's a high chance to reduce speed. So that's the debuff, right? Okay, very interesting. Let's try this out.
Dangerous thoughts.
So we have a support ability here as well. Oh my god, look at this shining light. Should we try it out?
Harmony and unison.
We probably should have checked out other people's abilities as well. So we have ability details. Oh, we can check them here. Fantastic. Okay. Awesome. Oh my god, look at these characters. Topaz Zenobi deals minor fire damage to an enemy. But let's look at for these characters, look at the ultimate as well in the skill. So inflicts one enemy with the proof of debt. A proof of debt. Causes it to receive increased follow-up attack damage. Numby deals fire damage to the target. Okay. So you can add this to what Dr. Ratio does. Turn a profit, Numby enters the Windfall Bonanza state and increases its damage multiplier and crit damage. Okay. So the ultimate increases crit damage and damage multipliers. Okay. And then at the start of battle, summons Numby. When Numby takes action, it launches a follow-up attack on the target afflicted with proof of debt. So you have to kind of inflict proof of death on people, and that will increase follow-up attack damage on them. We have Robin, who honestly, like, is just, I don't know what it is, just like one of the most like sweetheart characters I've ever seen in my life. Increases damage dealt by all allies. Like her face, you know what I mean? Her face is so open and like she looks so sweet. Increases damage dealt by all allies. Fantastic. And then enters the concerto state. Increase all allies attack and causes all teammates to immediately take action. After an attack, Robin deals physical additional damage while Concerto lasts. Robin is immune to the crowd of control buffs. Before Concerto ends, Robin won't take a turn or action, lasting until the end of the countdown. And the talent is increases all allies crit damage after allies target. Okay, and then creates a special dimension around the character. Enemies within this dimension will not attack Robin after entering battle. Okay, cool. I think we did that as well. So increases all allies attack as well. Look at that buff. She looks so cool. She's like a freaking spy or something. Look at this. So her abilities as well, again, just to, before we do them, we'll do it again. We'll look at them again. Yeah, this is the proof of death thing. And the follow-up damage as well. What is she doing? Oh my god. So we can actually do some abilities here as well, right? Some of the mega abilities. So we can try Robin's ability here. Look at this guy just standing with his hands on his pockets.
Souls shall embrace tonight.
What the hell?
Stars echo because of me.
What? Excuse me? What? What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? I just blazed through the whole freaking thing.
Let's test your knowledge.
Let the asset valuation begin.
Stop.
SAS per Kippy. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and...
Wait, he's actually doing ratios? It's still playing! This is amazing!
Unpredictable. Ah, right! Investing in victory.
The song is still playing! Look at this, like the freaking abilities she's having here as well. Sorry I keep like reading this again. Just so like our ultimate like deals imaginary damage, yeah. And inflicts people with Wise Man Folly. Now our follow-up attacks are gonna do... The song is so fun. Oh my god, that's such a fun idea. So now every time we attack, a follow-up attack will happen if Wise Man's Folly is there? Is that correct? Yes! Look at this math guy.
Watch your head.
Oh my god, all the money dropping?
0
Oh my god, another follow-up attack? Can you stack this? What is happening? Stop. What is happening? Robin's still singing! Oh my freaking god!
It's a bull market.
Oh my god! What the hell?
Still no repayment?
I'm gonna be sick. This is amazing.
Better hedge your bets.
Look, she's just singing. She's just singing.
Don't ask, just spend. The dice have been cast.
I can't.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
And this is just lasting as well.
Thinking.
Just legitimately, and there's a follow-up attack as well. Absolutely freaking incredible. Legitimately so freaking incredible. I think I need like some time to like truly relax. Holy hell, that was so cool. And the idea, and I know we can do the trials for the characters that we already have as well and get some materials for them, but like legitimately that is like one of the most fun attacks ever. And again, like the Dr. Ratio stuff is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. The follow-up attack stuff, insane. Like the idea of like every time someone attacks you, do a follow-up attack is so cool. And I actually wouldn't mind. Like I have no problem wishing for this character. No problem. That is legitimately so freaking cool. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. And like, yeah, Dr. Ratio's freaking gameplay is so awesome too. I think I was just like so stunned by Robin's ability. We can do this trial one more time as well, by the way. But like that was so freaking awesome. That was so awesome what they were able to do here as well. I just didn't expect it. It's such like a freaking cool idea. I guess we can like first of all like activate some of this stuff outside, right? Let's just do everything. Why not?
Let the show begin.
For the theater of the mediocre.
With a little bit of a taunt as well. This seems like a perfectly crafted team as well, right? Like perfectly
Hold your
crafted.
spots. Harmony and unison.
She's fantastic. She's absolutely fantastic. Let's go. Let's go. I need it again.
Stars echo.
I need it again. Oh my god, man.
The market always fluctuates.
Holy
Whenever you're
freaking
ready.
hell. It's so freaking good.
Hedge your bets.
The market is unpredictable.
The market's unpredictable.
Investing in
Let's go.
victory means playing the long game.
Robin is still singing. I love her so much. This is incredible. Look at the shield we got here as well. Oh my god, she's such a good singer as well. Go, Robin, go!
Watch your head.
This is crazy, by the way.
The dice
I'm
have
actually
been
so like,
cast. Bust.
I just wanted to hear the song again,
Or
honestly.
maybe I'll take it all.
His smile as well, very cute. I absolutely adore Robin so much. Obviously, guys, don't tell me anything about this. Like, I've done character trials before where I've seen their ultimates in Genshin and stuff like that, right? I would really rather you don't tell me about like Robin's story or like that. Please don't do that, or any other character story here as well. It's always just the best way to go about it for me, okay? If that's the best way. If you could do that for me, thank you so much, guys.
Listen to the final song of life.
Why'd the song stop? Oh, no, we gotta get the song going again, guys.
0 points.
Watch your head.
Look at these follow-up attacks are insane. Genuinely insane.
All in.
We need to get the song back.
Your answers?
Bring the song back.
Let the valuation begin. Stars
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Sure, I'll play along.
Oh. Let's go again! Let's do it. Let's go again. Why not? I need to test something. You guys know I need to test something, okay?
Feeling lucky.
And you guys know I do need to test something. When I need to test something, you know I need to test something. What am I testing? Science. What else would I be testing? You know, science. Watch this. I'll show you the science I'm testing here. 1 second here.
Dangerous thoughts.
Dangerous thoughts.
better cut our losses.
I'm asking questions.
Tonight.
What if we change it up a bit?
Stars echo.
Let's go, Robin! I am in love. The fact that the music plays over and over again is so freaking good. Let's do a few abilities here, I
The
guess.
market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Man, this is one of the most exhilarating feelings I've ever had in my life. Keep going, Robin. We'll figure stuff out from here, okay? Let's get those follow-up attacks going as well.
SAS knowledge, the measure
This
of
is a
truth.
really cool ability, by the way. The whole idea of these follow-up attack stuff as well. Like his thing where like if he deals imaginary damage, and when Wise Man Folly is infected on someone, it when his any teammate attacks, he gets a follow-up attack. That's incredible. That's so incredible. I know. Here we go. Let's go. These follow-up attacks.
Watch your head.
This is actually like an incredible team, right?
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
His smile is very cute.
Hedge your bets. All in.
These follow-up attacks are so cool.
Better cut our losses.
What happened?
Pressing it
What
all
happened?
together. Easy, Numby.
Bring back Robin. Bring back Robin.
The market is unpredictable.
Right.
I know. There's something so incredible about, of an idea by having the song play
Your
over
answers?
and over again as we're doing this, right? To me, it's such an inspired choice. It really is such an inspired choice.
Sure, I'll play along.
I'm genuinely just like so happy and impressed. I'm so impressed that they're able to pull this off.
Watch your head.
Watch this, guys. I have to show you something. You watch this.
Souls shall tonight.
Okay, since she walks down the steps, so listen to
The
this.
stars echo because
Listen
of
to
me.
this. Let's go!
I'm asking questions.
I forgot we could do this as well. I was using regular attacks.
A test.
And now we can do the follow-up attacks as well.
Hedge your bets.
Let's get rid of you.
All in. The dice have been cast. Bust.
No, such an
Or
inspired
maybe I'll
choice
take it
with the
all.
Robin thing.
SAS
And like it doesn't, I can never see it getting old, right? I can never see myself like there's a day where I don't want to hear Robin sing all the time. You know what I mean?
Tricks, all right. Watch your
I can't imagine there's any day. Look at this, it's so crazy. These follow-up attacks are so freaking cool.
Liquidation.
So great, so great. We're gonna have to leave eventually. I actually might wish on Dr. Ratio. And we could do that, yeah, I'll think about it for sure, because I definitely wouldn't mind. I think, can we do... I'm not sure if we're able to do these character trials, just in case they show... We can see who's in the... Maybe we'll see what it looks like, I guess, and then we can leave really quick if it's... Oh, yeah, yeah, okay, that's fine. And we know these characters anyway. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, no, Dr. Ratio is so fun to use. He's so fun to use. The characters that were with him were also like really well designed also. But I really enjoyed the idea of having clearly a singer of some sort, right? That like is able to, and like a performer of some sort that adds song to the, because you think they could have easily, guys, they could have easily, no problem, had the song play once and ended it. But the fact that it's playing as we're battling, can you imagine like we're in like the toughest battle of our lives? Like this terrifying sequence where we don't know what to do. And we, and like, it's we're on our last leg, and then Robin starts singing, like, honestly, I am like, you know, I'm there. All of a sudden, I can do anything. All of a sudden, I am, you know, I can take on the world.
You can't run. My turn.
We can get rid of this middle guy as well. Yeah, we know how to use Dan Hung to an extent anyway, so it's not gonna be too bad to try this out as well.
Let's make up.
Yeah, we know how to use Dan Hung. We'll get those gifts, you know what I mean? And then I guess Serval as well. Wrong thing. Went into the wrong thing entirely there. And I guess we could try out Serval as well. And who's with her? So apply shock to enemies, extra damage, shock. Yeah, I think we can use Serval as well. We used Serval before, but we're just doing this for the abilities as well. Yeah, I might. I'll think about wishing on Dr. Ratio, because like honestly, like that ability is so much fun. And I might even do the trial a couple of times by myself again, just to, like, you know, maybe work around with his abilities and have some more fun as well. But I generally like the idea of those follow-up attacks. Like, I think that could be really cool for like, especially if you buff him as well, right? If he's buffed, like he's probably gonna, you know, well, we know he's gonna do more damage. That goes without saying, right? But you know what I mean.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it
She's
or
so cool.
rock with it.
She's so cool.
My music conquers all.
Watch this.
We should be doing Serval's story quest very soon as well.
Turn it up.
Yeah, just get the oh, and there's more. There's more. Okay. I was thinking like that was a bit too easy.
Keep up.
She's super
is our
cool.
chance.
But I do plan to use Serval at some point as well, so and we have her on our team as well.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Oh, rock with it.
Told you I could fight.
Let's get rid of this character as well.
This song's for you.
Turn it up.
This is
And
our
I think
chance.
that's one thing that like that Hoyo, like that, sorry, not even Hoyo, but like what Honkai Star Rail does really well with this stuff, and that is like the idea of implementing sounds into each battle, like, and the fact that like they've gone so far as not only to make Serval's guitar sound so cool in the middle of battle, right? And that sounds great, but also like every sound like sounds so good and it's so specific to the character. I know it sounds so weird to say, but like in a turn-based battle, it actually does matter a lot to me that like the sound design is really cool too, because it makes every single move you do so impactful and it makes it so fun to do each move. And like to go as far as to like have a character that just singing a song through the whole thing, incredible stuff, absolutely incredible stuff. So yeah, like I'm thinking that like I would not mind wishing on Dr. Ratio whatsoever. Like that ability is so freaking cool. And I think people said there's some characters that I would be very useful for in my team, and we have a lot of stuff as well. We could wish on him. We could do one wish just to see what we get off this, just for fun though. You know, just do one tiny wish, right? What you think? Just for fun, right? Just for fun right now. Watch, imagine we got him. That'd be so funny. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I really feel like he would be like a benefit. And honestly, the thing is, like, judging by like the way people have been talking, like I've seen comments about it, where people said there will be like stuff coming up that there's gonna be spoilers on this banner for me, right? And I think what's gonna have to happen is I just won't even look at the banner sometimes. So like having a character to wish on before like I can't even look at a banner for a while might be fun as well. But we'll see. We saved up a lot of stuff as well. Incredible stuff. Absolutely incredible. He's so fun to use. His ability feels so impactful. But I think Robin was just like the true like incredible star in this case as well. Like she's so incredible. And the thing is, like, you know, I know we're probably gonna like we'd see her ability as we go to like wherever she is and whatever her world is, wherever her story is. But the way I look at it as well is like just like with Genshin, I'm gonna be getting characters just like I got Hanya, right? I got Hanya as well. Yeah, like, so I don't really consider that aspect to be spoilers, really. The idea that like I have Hanya on the team, right? The same thing with the Robin thing. It's like we're gonna if we got Robin somehow when we were wishing. I know that's not how losing a 50-50 works, but you know what I mean. Like if we eventually got Robin because she was on a banner or something, we were gonna see that ability anyway. It's gonna happen. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for supporting the series. This has been so much fun. I had such a blast with this. And with that, I'm going to say thank you so much to the Never Gonna Play the Baby Gangster here on Patreon. That being, Tyfire2, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, The Ghost of Minazuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Ranish, and Nusta, Death Trap, Lynx Markey, Shakugan, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, SR Fiji, Leon, Hike Kasparian, Jared Beanham, and my YouTube member, The Heist here, Blasco. I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye.